Hi friends, this is Stephanie of Stephanie's Yarnscape. How is everybody doing today? I'm doing good. It's been 2 weeks now, and it's been a crazy 2 weeks. I have a whole table of things to show you guys. So this is going to be a very filled episode. Thanks for joining me today. Like I said, my name is Stephanie with Stephanie's Yarnscape. I live here in central Pennsylvania. So yeah, and so the past few episodes, the first episode and the second episode, I only had a couple subscribers. I'm up to 21 subscribers, and I'm very excited about that. To some YouTubers out there, that's probably like nothing, but for someone who's just starting out, that's like really exciting. So thank you guys for supporting me. I really do appreciate it. So let's just get started, because like I said, I have a lot of stuff to show you guys. So what we're going to start with is some works in progress. So I'm going to start off with the big one, because I know I said in the last two episodes, about the big pumpkin blanket afghan that I've been doing. It's really, I'm going to show you guys today because I have made some progress on it. So let me show you guys that. Bear with me 1 second. Like I said, it's very ginger to pick up. I'll show you both sides. Try not to lose anything or lose any stitches either. So here's the one side. And then here's the side with all the bobbins. I have a stitch marker in here somewhere from where, so here's all the bobbins. Tons of bobbins. Here's the stitch marker where I showed you guys last. So I made quite a bit of progress on it. Still a long ways to go. But yes, it is, and I just heard a bobbin. Yep, I heard a bobbin go down. It is a lot to handle, a lot to do, very tedious, very fragile, but at the same time, I'm still loving it. I just love, excuse me while I reattach my bobbin here, that come undone, or else I'm going to lose it, and then we're going to have issues. But anyways, so yeah. It's a lot, and it's not everyone's cup of tea, and some people would just carry the yarn through, but like I said in the one video, I'm very picky because I have the off-white background with the orange as the pumpkin, so therefore, like, you could see the orange through the white in between, and it was driving me insane. So crazy me decided to do 3,000 bobbins, but that's okay. I'm almost halfway through the pumpkin, and then it's going to start getting less and less, hopefully. So let me show you the pattern. I'm doing the Word version. It's a pay-for pattern. It's just easier than following the graph is just huge. Let me show you guys the picture of what it's going to look like. Maybe. This is the final picture here. The pumpkin. It's called the Twisted Pumpkin, and it's from hookedcreations.com. It is a pay-for pattern. They have tons of graphs on there. I ended up favoriting their website because there's other graphs I want to do on there. There's other ones on there, not as complicated as that, of course, but yeah, that's the one I chose because I love fall. Fall's my favorite, and you're about to see that. So yes, hopefully, I wanted to have it done by the end of July, but it takes, just to get started crocheting, it takes about 20 minutes to unwind all the bobbins and stuff. I have it down to a technique now, so it's not as bad, but it does take some time to go across the rows and stuff, switching colors and stuff. And I usually sit down and watch TV while I'm doing, so sometimes, depending on what I'm watching, I'm distracted as well, so whatever. So I'm working on that, so hopefully I have it done by the end of August is my new goal, so we'll see about that. The other one I've been showing you guys lately is my sweater. I'm attached and I'm tangled. Oh goodness. Give me 1 second. Okay. It's my sweater. I didn't get out the pattern. It's the blurred line sweater. I showed it in my last video. I'll post a link. But I got color on it. I got my stripes started with my teal. This is where I was last time. So I only work on this one on Sundays. So it's very little progress every time I show you guys. So I only get like 2 nights of working on it for a couple hours. So I'm just going around and around. I should be splitting for the sleeves soon. So this is for me. So yeah, I should be splitting for the sleeves very soon. But yeah, I was excited when I got the other color in. I'm like, oh my goodness. It's nice to have a change. It makes you more excited again. The yarn I'm using is Amazing Lace. It's a fine weight. One right here. Amazing Lace. It is a super fine. And one of these little cakes is 1,017 yards. And for the pumpkin, I forgot to say it. I think I did that in my first episode too. I'm using Karen Simply Soft and Off-White and Pumpkin. So there's that. Blurred lines. I'll post a link for that as well. The other thing I showed you guys was my sunflower and my other square for a blanket. I got some more squares finished. So I have this, another one, and another one. So I have 3 of these squares. Whoops. And I have 3 squares of sunflowers, and of course all the ends. So I'm very excited about this one. And then I started, I think, the remainder of the little squares that I needed for these squares here. So I just started that. The yarn I'm using for that is, of course, Karen Simply Soft. The green is Jupiter, and the white is just white. This is gold. So yeah, I'm very excited about it. I have a lot of friends that love sunflowers, so I don't think this one's going to last in my house once I get it done. And of course, all these ends, I've got ends upon ends to weave in, and oh my goodness. So this here, there's no pattern for this. I'm doing it based off of a picture I saw on Pinterest. The link that I saw on Pinterest doesn't work anymore, so I'm just kind of going by the picture. Now for this square here, they did a granny square and attached them. I'm doing corner to corner because I like the look of it better. So I'm going to do the corner to corner, and I think I'm going to attach them. I would like to attach them in green, but I only have so much, and it was clearanced out at Joann's a while ago. So I don't know if I have enough green. I have to see how much green I have. If not, I'm going to attach it with white, because white's an easy one to get. So that's that one. And then the sunflowers from Bag a Day. Super easy, super easy. She shows you how to do that. And then I think in her pattern, she went 3 rounds in the white, and then the final, she did a single crochet in the yellow. But I did 4 rounds of double crochet in the white, 1 round a half double in the gold, and then a single crochet around in the green. So I love it. I can't wait till this one's done. The sunflower is super easy. Her videos are super easy to follow. Definitely love them. So there's that. And then the other one I showed you guys in the last one, I made more progress on, is my corner to corner plaid gingham blanket. I only had 2 squares at the time. I now have 4 squares, and then this one's just kind of folded over. I'm just trying to get an idea what it's going to look like, because I started second guessing myself on what it's going to look like and how placing my colors were going to be. So I think this is going to be it. This is my easy peasy blanket. I haven't worked on it this week. I worked on it a bunch last week. So yeah, I always have an easy blanket going, because some days, you know, after work, and by the time I get home and get my child fed and my husband fed and my child ready for bed and all that, I'm exhausted, especially with this whole COVID thing been going on. It's exhausting days, because I work in the healthcare field. It's exhausting. So some days I just want to mindlessly just sit there and crochet. And corner to corner is one of my favorites. So yeah, I like this one. It's nice. I like the yarn. It's my first time using the yarn. The yarn I used is through Hirschner's. It's the worsted 8. I'm using white. This is 100% acrylic. It's a medium weight 4, and there's 489 yards. So I should have enough to get a decent sized blanket. So I'm doing white, Aran, and Macchiato. So those are the 3 colors I'm using. I like them. And I tried to get this, like I got this and I thought of the gingham. And I bought another one that has like a gray and a aqua color in it. And I thought for both of those I would do like the plaid blanket, but it was hard online to match a right middle color for that. So we're going with that. And then this other project I'm going to show you. Okay, so how do I say this? So I try to not have too many projects going at once, simply because then after a while I start feeling overwhelmed and I feel like I'm not getting anything done. And so I try not to have too many going. But I don't know how many of you follow the Crochet Crowd. But they started a new crochet along with, it's called the Better Together Afghan. And I've been seeing posts for weeks about it. And I have done crochet alongs, but they're hit or miss. Sometimes I will finish that, like sometimes I'll finish on like the smaller projects, but the bigger projects, like the blankets, I don't finish them because when the next video comes out or the next part of the pattern and I'm like, oh, like I don't feel like working on that one. It's just, it's a thing. I try not to sign up for crochet alongs just for that reason, because I don't always finish them, and then it sits in a corner for a year or two, and then I end up bringing it out sooner or later. So, but the Better Together, then I struggle with when I see a pattern, I want to start it right now. So that's what happened. I ended up deciding to do the Better Together crochet along. And last night after my daughter went to bed, I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And I'm thinking about the yarn that I had to do this, and I was trying to figure out yardage and stuff like that. So I was working on that, and it took us, I was doing that. My daughter went to bed about 8:30, and then I was just dealing with that till like 9:30. So I'm like, oh my goodness, like, do I want to do it or not? And then I couldn't decide. I couldn't make up my mind. Do I want to do this color scheme? Do I want to do that color scheme? Oh, it was an ordeal. But I pulled the colors, and I'm glad I went with these colors. But here it is. Hold on, I'm attached still. Okay, here it is. Better Together Afghan. I love these colors together, and I'll tell you about the yarn here in a minute. But yeah, I'm very excited. I just started week 2. And it goes till August? I didn't read those details. I think there's 5 parts. And I didn't read those details when it's ending and stuff. It's not too long, but I just did it. So, and I love this. Look at these details. Like, oops. And it's really easy. His videos are great. But this row here, I love this row. Like, it's nice. And these colors, I love these colors. And it's turning out better than I had expected. I'm glad I went with it. The yarn I'm using is Studio Classic by Nicole. These big balls, this one is Gentle White. It's like an off-white. And there's 744 yards. If I should have enough by 1 skein of each. So I'm doing the Gentle White, light brown, This is Cappuccino. And this one is Leaf Green. So yeah, those are my colors. I just love these colors. I got them on one of my shopping trips into town when I had one of my doctor's appointments that I go shopping with about 2 to 3 times a year with my friend. And they were on sale. I think they were 2 for $5 or 2 for $10. Maybe it was, yeah, it was 2 for $10. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember, but that's when I got them. They're big skeins. I was going to make like a chevron or something with it, but I knew they were up there, and then they were the first ones that come to my mind when I saw that blanket. So I went with it, and yeah. So yeah, I started another project. I'm probably going to regret that. But those are my current whips, which is more than I like to have. Especially, they're all blankets except for my sweater. So, and I always like to have something small going on, but I don't, besides my sweater, but that's still a big project in itself because it's a pullover sweater. But yeah, they're all blankets. I have nothing small going on. But I do have a lot of finished objects that are small. So, excuse me, and I didn't bring a drink up with me. So, not this past week, but the week before, I was unable to go to work for a whole week for various, just certain reasons. But it was unexpected. I had a week off, and my daughter was home with me. And it was insanely hot. Insanely hot outside. So we couldn't even do anything. It was just too hot. So in the mornings, I'd do some things around the house until it got really hot. And then we would come upstairs. We have air conditioners in our bedrooms. And we would come upstairs, and she would watch a movie, the same movie 3 times a day. But we would watch a movie, and I crocheted. And then, you know, my husband would come home, we have dinner, and we usually went back up into the bedroom and watched more movies. She'd play or, you know, watch the movie. It was just different things that we did. But yeah, it was just too hot to do anything. But for my Etsy shop, I've said in my past videos, I want to, every month I have a new release. It's a projected plan I have for my Etsy shop. I'm trying to see what works. So that's something I'm playing around with. Last video I showed you guys all the kid sweaters that I made. That is being released in August. So I make the items 2 months early so I can have a whole month to take pictures and edit the pictures and stuff, and then take measurements and all that, and then it'd be released the following month. So in September, I want to release fall items, which is the pumpkin blanket, which probably won't be done by the end of the month. The sunflower blanket, it could be done. I have a few days off coming up, so it's gonna be close. And the easy blanket, I always have an easy blanket going, and that's not planned for the end of the month. But fall is one of my favorite seasons. And so pumpkins is the first thing I thought of when I think of fall. MJ's Off the Hook Designs. MJ's Off the Hook Designs. I'll put some links below, trust me. Has these adorable pumpkins. Oh my goodness. So, and I saw one, and I pulled yarn, and I made it. So, and I made quite a few. So let me show you guys the pumpkins I made. Okay. So the first one is this little guy. This is made of a bulky weight yarn. I'll show you guys the details. It's just so small. He's just a little guy. But he's still good size. So he fits in the palm of both my hands. Still good size. The yarn I use for that is Hometown USA by Lion Brand in Santa Fe Tweed. It's a super bulky 6, 94% acrylic, 6% rayon. And it's got these like little flecks in it. You can see it in the yarn too. It's just got the little flecks in it. This is all I have of that skein. And there is 64 yards. This is the first small one I made with this, so I wasn't sure how much I would have left. So I wasn't going to play that risky game. But I have another one that I want to make with a different color in this yarn. So I think I'll make it just a couple more stitches wider. The pattern comes with a small size, which is this one, and a larger size, which wouldn't be enough for the large size, but I can make it a few stitches bigger and then a little bit longer, because no pumpkin is the same size, right? So yeah, I probably would have made it just a hair bit bigger if I known I had this much, because I'm not sure what to do with this, but I'll keep it for some scrap blanket or something. And for the stem, I just used Red Heart Buff, I think it is. I didn't pull that skein, but yeah. But yeah, it was really easy. You literally crochet it back and forth, back and forth. You attach it together, pull the yarn up through to create your little pumpkin dimensions. So yeah, very cute. I like it. So simple, simple, simple. So I made another one with that same pattern. This one is a variegated yarn. I do have, it's very stiff. I do have, no, that's not the same pattern at all. I just lied. This is another pattern by the same designer. I'll put links below. This is a pattern for a plaid blanket. I had this yarn and I'm like, I don't know how to set up. There's so many patterns for pumpkins out there, but I wanted the quick and easy. So I held 2 strands together, but when you pull the yarn up to create the bumps of the pumpkin, this yarn's really stiff, so it wasn't really doing that. It did a little bit. You could see some of the bumps to form the pumpkin, but it's not the greatest as compared to some of my other pumpkins. So for this one, I used Hirschner's worsted weight yarn in this variegated color. I just love the colors. And I held 2 strands together because the pattern calls for a bulky weight yarn. But of course, when you hold 2 strands together, you have a bulkier weight yarn. This is called Terracotta. That can't be right. Maybe it is. Okay. That's the ball band I have on there. It doesn't seem right, but we're going to go with that. So it's a variegated yarn. I held 2 strands together. This is all I have left. I have 2 balls of it with the same amount of yarn on it. I knew when I saw this in my stash that it needed to be a pumpkin. I just couldn't figure out the pattern, so I did the plaid pattern that she has. And I thought it turned out really nice. I like it. And the stem is Karen 1 pound in the dark brown color, whatever, espresso I think it is. So there's that one. And then I did this one, just like the small brown one. This is the large size. So the small one and the large. So definitely want to have enough yarn with that the Lion Brand Hometown USA because of the yardage. But this one has more yardage on it, which I think is what this is. Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick in the colorway Gray Marble. And this is a 60. I don't know how to talk today, guys. This is a 6 super bulky, and there are 106 yards, and this is all I have left. So this is the same pattern, but yeah, and this has got the flux in it as well too. I don't know if you guys can see that. A little black and dark brown and tan flecks. So, but yeah, and then the stem, I decided to do black because of the black flecks in it. I was on the fence if I want to do brown or white. I asked my yarny friend and excuse me, and my husband, and we all pretty much agreed black was the way to go. So yeah, very cute. And then I got another pumpkin. This is the plaid pattern. Now these are the same patterns. But this one's just variegated and I didn't have to switch yarn colors and stuff. So this is a plaid one. The pattern comes in 4 different sizes. She has a video, I think, on the small, and this one I started out to be the large, but I wasn't paying attention to the pattern because I'm like, oh no, I'm done. But I did 2 rows. It's front posts, double crochets. I did 2 rows, and then the large and the medium, it's supposed to be 3 rows, but I wasn't paying attention to that. But so this is between like a medium and a large. So, but yeah, I thought it was really cute. My daughter picked out the stem color on this. She decided she wanted the red. I was going to do the gray, and I kind of wish I did the gray, but we went with the red. And it's just two strands of yarn held together. So I did claret, charcoal, and white in the Red Heart Super Saver. And I thought that made a really cute pumpkin. And I have one more pumpkin. So, this one, it's an orange one. This is the medium size. And see, it's 3 rows of the color before you switch colors, and this one's 2. I accidentally did this one too. So you can see the difference of the squares, but whatever, it's a pumpkin. It's crocheting pumpkins. You could do what you want, so it doesn't matter. But look at this one. This one's so far my favorite. Yeah, this is the medium size in the plaid, and for this I used, you know, for not using this yarn ever, I'm suddenly using it all the time. But I had this in my stash. It was with a kit for something, I think it's for a wreath, but I bought it years ago. Hirschner's worsted weight yarn, and I used medium rust. This one's missing the ball bands, but it's like an orange. And then Red Heart Super Saver white, and I held 2 strands together for that too. So yes, all the pumpkins, I just love them. So, oh, that one's upside down. Oh, yep, pumpkins. Pumpkins are my favorite for fall. The fall leaves and colors and smells and food. Fall is my favorite. And it's not too hot, and it's not too cold. It's nice. So it's my favorite season. So that's all my finished objects I have for you guys. Now, I know I said, was it my last video that I had the yarn haul? No, my second video, I had the yarn haul, and I said I was putting myself on a yarn ban, unless I needed it for a project. So me and my husband went out to eat yesterday, and we needed to stop at a few stores, and I wanted to get some clothes. I'm attached to yarn here. I was trying to get some school shopping in for my daughter. And then me and her were discussing we were going to make a project together. And I was getting the supplies for that. And I was in Joann's. And, of course, you have to go back to the yarn section. I just wanted to see what they had. And they had clearance. And I bought. Not a lot. But I bought unnecessary yarn. So, let me show you guys that. So this, and even better yet, I paid less than what I had originally. I paid $16. So it was bringing up cheaper than what was on the sticker. And that made me more excited. And then I want to go back and get more, but no, I didn't. So I got Feels Like Butter and Lilac. These are the small skeins. I have some bigger ones upstairs. I thought the purple would be a nice addition to some of them. This one is 100% polyester. It's 218 yards, and it's a medium 4 weight. And I got 4 of them. And I haven't used this yarn. I have some of it, but it's amazingly soft in my hands. And my friend has used it, and she absolutely loves it. So I got 4 of those. And I got the Lion Brand Jeans yarn. I've seen people love this and rave about it. Oh, the Feels Like Butter was $247. $3.97 on the sticker, but I don't remember what it rung up as, but it wasn't $3.97. So I got 4 of these Lion Brand jeans yarn, and I've seen it, but I didn't want to pay for it because I think it's like $5 something at Joann's at regular price, but no one buys, no crocheter, knitter, or any yarny artist pays for yarn at full price. This one has $2.47 on it, and I've seen great reviews on it, but I never bought it because I didn't want to spend the money. And so I just admired from afar. And then it was in the clearance bin. I was like, okay, so we're going to get some. And I think this rang up like $1.47. And I got all 4 of this color they had, which is called Top Stitch. And it's a pretty, and since I'm in a fall mood, that's what it reminded me of. They had a blue one there as well. And they had a gray, which I was going to get the gray. But I didn't want to spend too much money because it's still $2.47, and after you get a bunch of them, it adds up. But if I'd known it was going to ring up cheaper, I should have just went back and got it, but I didn't. And then I also got one each of these. This is the Lion Brand Hometown USA. I got Norfolk Merlot, which it looks like a darker red in the store. It looks like it's kind of purplish, but I instantly thought one of those pumpkins, since I'm in a pumpkin mood. And then I got San Francisco Tweed, which has a nice tweed. And I'm going to make a pumpkin out of each of these. Literally, those pumpkins take no time at all. It took me, depending on how much time I had uninterrupted with my daughter running around, it took me an evening to make, just a couple hours. So it was really simple. So I was thinking about making a pumpkin out of these, and I thought, yeah. And I spent $16. So I got 4 that feels like butter, 4 of these, and 2 of the bulky yarns for $16. That's a good deal. So, the other things I have 2 more yarns I got to show you that I purchased. So when I was off, me and my daughter went to Walmart because I kept seeing about these clearances at Walmart and stuff that everybody was getting these amazing yarns, and I was trying to not go, but I did because me and my daughter needed out of the house. And so we went to Walmart, and my Walmart yarn in my area has been very depressing. Like their shelf, there's not much on it. So I don't know what I was really expecting when I showed up because there was nothing there to begin with. So I don't know what they would have to clearance out. And they didn't really have anything that was new. So my daughter supports my yarn habits. She's dabbled a little bit in loom knitting. I've tried to teach her how to crochet, but she's still a little too young yet. But she does do loom knitting a little bit. She tries, but she loves going yarn shopping with me. So, she has expensive taste. So I don't take her every single time, but, she picked out 2 yarns, from Walmart, and we're not on clearance, but they weren't expensive either. So I did it. She picked out these 2 yarns, 1 of each. I said, what are you going to do with those? She's like, I want you to make me something. I said, oh, she's like, I want you to make me a sweater out of this and boots out of this. I'm like, well, I can't, you're 5. I can't make you, it's not like baby booties. She's like, no, but socks, or she's like, and then she finally decides she wants a blanket out of this. So I'm like, I'm going to need some more. So, she picked out the Lion Brand Mandala Sparkle and Aquila. There's sparkle in there. Yeah, you can see a little bit. And then she picked out this puzzle, Premier Puzzle in Hangman. This is a bulky 5. There's 328 yards. And then this one is a light 3 with 328 yards. So I'm going to, if she wants a sweater out of this, I think I'm going to need another cake, maybe 2 cakes, because she is 5. But she wears size 6 clothes because she's tall, because my husband's tall. And so these are the ones that she picked out when we went to Walmart last week. And then when me and my husband were out shopping around, we stopped at Walmart, and I picked up, Walmart only had one of these, and then one of these in another town. It wasn't my Walmart. But so I think I need one more of these and maybe 2 more of these to get a nice big blanket out of it. So yeah. So that's that. And then the last thing I have to show you guys, it was an accidental purchase. So, what YouTube channel was I watching? Oh, I can't think of her name. But anyways, she did a blanket, and she shared the book that she got the pattern from information. And I saw it on Amazon, and I added it to my Amazon cart. Not realizing it was still, like, I added it to my cart, and then things I'm not purchasing now, I just put save for later and stuff. And so I didn't realize it was still in my cart, and I went to order a couple things off of Amazon. And then yesterday we got the mail, and there was a package, and I'm like, what is that? And I opened it up, and it was the book. I was like, oh, it was only $4 and some odd change. So it wasn't, like, expensive or anything, but I didn't realize how to order it, so I was really excited. But I got this. Make It a Weekend Afghans. So, by Marianne Fritz. It's a leisure arts book. But these are the blankets, and there's a glare. So sorry. But these are the blankets that are in it. They're just simple, easy blankets. But the blanket that she had made that made me realize that I wouldn't mind having this is this one. This is Clouds. And she made hers with that Premier Puzzle yarn. So I was thinking I wanted to add it because I figured I'd make my daughter a blanket with one of these simple blankets, just going back and forth. So yeah, that was a nice surprise. So I got that, and yeah, and that's all I have to show you guys. I told you it was a lot. And so today is July 19th or 20th. 19th. Today's July 19th. And I just realized I've done a lot of looking off the camera, and I'm very sorry. I'm basically talking to the wall over here. But, yeah. So, yeah. Thanks, guys, for joining me today. I hope you guys had a nice weekend. It's, again, insanely hot here in central Pennsylvania. As in many areas I've heard or seen on the Weather Channel that it's hot. So it's not just our area. And I'm going to take my daughter to the community pool. She is like a little fish when it comes to summer. And she just wants to swim, 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 swim. And we don't have a pool here because we have a giant tree in our backyard. So we'd be endlessly like picking at leaves. So we don't have a pool here. And the community pool is literally 3 blocks away. So we're going to go to the community pool. And then like she's a fish in the summer, but during the winter she's like a little snow. She just loves playing in the snow. So I'm thankful that she just wants to be outside basically all the time. But she even said when we were home last week, it's just too hot to be outside. I know it is too hot to be outside. You just go out and it's just ugh. So I think taking her to the pool, let her play outside and stuff, you know, that'd be nice. So like I said, she just loves to swim. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. And then I'll come home, cook dinner. We're having lasagna, and then we start another work week. Back to the norm. Like I said, I do have a few days off. So at the end of this week, and I have next Monday off too. So I have some plans for that. And hopefully I get some crochet time in because I need to get some of these whips finished and off my hooks. So thanks for joining me today. Thank you all for subscribing to me. You have no idea how excited I get when I see that I have a new subscriber. It makes me really excited. I'm only at 21, but I'm very excited that people actually are subscribed to my channel and they like watching. So even when I babble like I am now. So thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.